Guess what, everybody? It's not worth it. It's not even worth talking about. What is it? A pointless exercise. It's a pointless exercise. Well, Zoe's finishing up something, so while she's doing that...
Not an ordinary service for you, but the extra best service you can buy with vinyl and stripes and a cup filled right in. I'm picking out a thermos for you, and maybe a barometer too. And what else can I buy? So on me you'll rely. A rear end thermometer too.
And there it is.
Wow. Everyone's in a better place for listening to that.
Yeah. Zoe's been singing that all day. Because, homesteading,
Are you actually recording? Because this is the most ridiculously boring thing that anyone's ever heard in their life.
I am actually recording. You want to know why?
Why?
Guess what, Mina?
What time is it, Mimi? What time is it, Mina?
No,
Too
she
busy
doesn't care.
sniffing her own butt.
It's the Mina heat. Because Mina is in heat. And
It's driving us all crazy.
absolutely bonkers. I have been trying to separate the neutered Fred from the
Yep, there they go again.
whore of the earth, Mina. And it's been...
She can't help it. Hormones.
Oh,
But it's very annoying.
up and down, up and down. They want to go out. They want to come in. They want to go out. They want to come in. They get up on the bed. They get down on the floor. They get up on the couch. It's like...
Hey! That was too close for comfort.
It's been bad. So, that's going on this week.
Just finished doing the dishes, guys. Rock and roll in the old homestead.
Yeah.
So, what's been going on this week?
This week, on the Weekly Heat, Mina's in heat. And, more importantly,
I'm very sweaty.
you are. My hand almost slipped right off the side of your head. We
hot.
found, it is still hot, but we found
We
a
contacted
place.
somebody who has built an Earthbag dome house, kind of in the similar vicinity. And we contacted them and asked them where they got their bags. As an alternative to Cal Earth, because Cal Earth is quite expensive, just in case you're looking.
Yeah.
It is quite expensive. So, carry on.
Alright, so, do you want to give a shout out
I can't remember the name.
of the person who you asked?
Oh. I don't know whether they want us to.
Okay. Well, anyway, so, yeah, there was that. But, so, the place we found is called Superior Sandbag. Is that correct? Pretty sure that's what it's called.
We'll put a note somewhere if it isn't.
Yeah.
It's in Santa Ana.
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana. What's it called? How do you say it? Santa Ana.
Santa Ana. Do you
I wasn't far off.
Do you say Santa Claus
Santa Claus.
with an R?
Santa.
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana.
Anyway, so they charge 18 cents a foot. And they have a couple different types of bags. I don't know if this is to keep the cost down or what, but I'm actually going to have to go to their facility and
help him measure it out.
Help him measure them out and cut how much we want, and then cut that into the lengths that we want for each wall and stuff like that.
Well, that's what he suggested when we called him. He said
He
Like-
said you can cut it with like scissors or a knife, but it frays the edges and it'll continue to fray. Or you can use their like heat cutter.
So it like melts it together at the end so it stays
Yeah.
like a proper thing. So we don't know what to do because we're humming and hawing about how big to do the shed and exactly what we're going to do, aren't we? Because it's a shame that we have to do the shed first because we actually want to practice doing a dome.
Yeah.
Because then we wouldn't have to buy any of the building materials for the roof and all that extra
Because
stuff.
it being 18 cents a foot compared to CalEarth's, that I believe was like 33 or 34 cents a foot. And,
We worked it out, and our math's probably wrong, but it's a lot more. It was almost double the amount per foot, but that's without tax, so I don't know how
it's
much
without
it'll work
tax,
to be
and
80.
even with that, because the other thing about CalEarth is like if you get a certain amount, like they'll start bringing the price down supposedly, but when you look at it, it's so minuscule.
It's not worth it for the amount. Like usually, as you get more, you get discounted, and it doesn't. It's not really any different, is it?
It doesn't seem like it.
But the good thing about this one is the guy seemed really nice, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was super cool
and helpful. And if we can actually go, and you can go and like measure bits out and do it like that, like it means whenever we go, we can just get as much as we need for what we need, instead of having to get like either a tiny roll because that's all we can afford and maybe get half a project done, or not be able to afford a bigger roll. That's kind of the other alternative. Whereas in this case, we could buy exactly as much as we need, or probably more.
Yeah,
and it'd still be cheaper, you know.
Yeah, I think we could end up getting like, for the amount that we're gonna spend, we're gonna end up getting like almost their biggest thing, right? Like CalEarth's biggest thing for the amount of money that we'll spend. No, not exactly.
No,
but it's like half, yeah.
Theirs is in yards.
But it's like twice as much at CalEarth.
It's almost twice as much per foot. That's how we've worked it out.
Yeah.
So that's a very confusing way of looking at it. But I think this is easier because we can get as little or as much as we need. So if we can only afford a certain amount, we could buy a small project's worth.
The other thing that's cool about that is if we're doing a project and then we realize we need a little bit more,
we can,
or whatever, we could just go get more. And it's not like
it's not going to blow
we
the
have to
bank
get
every
more
time.
and then plus all this extra crap.
Yeah.
So,
which of course we'll use, but we haven't got the money to be able to get. It's usually in set amounts.
Yeah.
So we'd have to save up, even just to finish something like a little project. So this way we can actually get the stuff that we need when we need it. So we're planning on getting that this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to drive down there.
Yeah, which is a pain in the ass, but I'm sure we can.
It is, but at the same time, if we don't have to pay for shipping and waiting and dealing with all that crap,
I'm sure we can like combine something into that, so we can go to like Home Depot or something like that and get like various other little things.
There's a couple things I gotta get at Home Depot. Like, we're gonna be doing the shade cloth structure.
Yeah,
so
we're going to be experimenting with that. Also, what's really cool is in the book, the Bible. Sorry about the glare. In here, there's all sorts of.
She got really overwhelmed. She was going over it, and she was just like, she put the book down. She's like, I just.
Well, it was ridiculous. It was so like.
It basically gives you a bunch of different options that you could do, especially
on
based on your climate and all that other stuff.
All that kind of stuff.
She just completely. It was like.
I was taking too much in, and I was like.
Her brain like put its finger in the toaster, and it was just smoke was coming out of her ears, and she was just like.
I got like halfway. I was trying to read it all, and then I thought, this is stupid. I just need to flick through to bits and try and pick important bits out. We found out all sorts of useful stuff, which is going to be like beneficial. But this is what I'd like to do. If you can see here, these are the tampers.
Oh, doing the flower pot tampers?
Yeah, because...
I heard those suck.
No, because there's certain areas, like the ends and stuff like that, that you only need a small weight. And there's certain weights which are really, like, less bad for your back, if you know what I mean, that you can get in certain areas which are useful. So even if we get the normal tamper, it's good to have the smaller ones as well to get in smaller areas and stuff, you know what I mean, to pack everything down. And we could do that with just plant pots that we have and some sticks.
Well, we need to buy the sticks, and I don't think they're called sticks.
Well, they're just using
handles.
They're just using poles that they've got.
Yeah.
But we don't have any wood around of that.
She has been throwing in my face for months now that we have no trees around here to cut down trees for wood. Mm-hmm. And she keeps saying
Why
it like...
not throw it in your face?
Because you act like I purposefully said, let's go somewhere with no trees to try to see how my forest bushcraft skills will work in a non-forest area.
I've noticed over the years, or the months I should say, that he hasn't been watching an awful lot of desert survival bushcraft.
Because there really isn't a whole lot.
No. Because most people have trees that they make stuff out of. That's what I'm saying.
You're like, most people in the desert die. So there is no survival. I actually, if you guys know of anything like this, let me know. But I really want to take like some sort of course or something to like learn how the people who were native to this area lived off of the land and foraging and stuff like that. And I also want to start looking into the geology of the area and what different like rocks and minerals and stuff there is here. Mm-hmm. Because I would really like to start doing like blacksmithing and stuff like that. Wow, look at that face.
Yeah, I'm going...
Mm-hmm.
Excited.
Ooh la la. Man with an apron and a hammer.
I don't know if a loincloth's suitable clothing for a hot...
It has to be a thick leather loincloth so I don't burn myself. Because sparks could cause brush fires in the brush.
I know what you're talking about. We don't need to go into any more detail.
Hair.
He always does. Always goes there. But there's certain little things that we can kind of build. And also, we're supposed to be doing a lot of small test bags to work out the moisture that you need. And the different, if we need to put concrete in and all that kind of stuff, which...
So I think what we were talking about doing is making like a laundry room and an outhouse. To just kind of...
Before we do the shed?
Well, that's what you were talking about, because we need to do small test stuff.
No, but you can just literally fill a bag.
And then just stand and stare at it for a couple hours? No, just leave
it, and then leave it for a couple of days and see how hard it's packed.
Babe, you know me. I don't wait a couple days for nothing.
We're doomed.
We're not doomed.
Effing doomed.
What?
Babe, this is why I get overwhelmed. I think it's not just what I'm reading in the book, but it's also thinking, he's not going to do that. He's not going to wait that long to see if that works or not. How am I going to get around this issue?
You're going to have to knock me out.
I know. It's going to be like B.A. Baracus. I'm going to have to
B.A. Baracus?
I ain't getting on no plane.
This is what it's going to be.
I'm going to have to knock him out. I'm
going to fill the bag, and I'm going to look at it, and then I'm going to go, where'd the shovel go? And I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to see her swinging it. And then it'll probably hit me in the elbow or something,
I know.
like really light, and you'll go, ow!
I might break my wrists. Don't touch that bag. So, basically, we're going to have a lot of experimentation, but this is what bothers me as well, because I am the worst person for waiting for stuff, and I know everyone's going to yell at us and go, don't jump into it because you're going to regret it.
No one's going to say that. They're going to say, go, go,
They're going to go, for God's sake.
Go.
Do something, guys. Build something.
Exactly.
But we were thinking we want to have a little, because emptying the bathroom, the black tank here, is the worst job in the world, and I don't know. I can just smell it.
It is a very smelly job.
A very smelly, unpleasant job. And we don't want to do it unless it's like guests now and again. And we just throw Riddex in there for emergencies. But I would rather have our own little bathroom outside.
Yeah.
And we were thinking just a little cute bathroom, but dome.
That was my first thought. I'm like, cute. I would like a cute bathroom.
That was my first thought. Cute bathroom dome. But also, I'd feel better about that because no one can see in. It'll be cooler or warmer, depending on what you're going to do. And depending on what time of year.
Oh, okay. Not what you're going to do.
No,
inside
that was
the
obviously
dome.
what I was thinking. But also safer.
Yeah. What?
I don't like the thought of sitting in a wooden, half-open shack that scorpions might appear while you're sitting on the can.
Oh, when I had my old little wood pallet bathroom thing.
It was literally a pallet on either side and open.
I had a front piece too, and then there was like a little walkway. But then we needed pallets for other stuff, so of course my bathroom was the first thing to get taken apart. And then pretty soon I was just back on a bucket in the middle of the wide open. I'm like, this kind of sucks.
Oh dear. So anyway, that's going to be fun. I would
But I'm
like a little
telling you,
bathroom dome.
Right now, for all of the people out there who are wondering about doing an RV / off-grid life or whatever, after using a bucket and sawdust or a bucket and sand.
I know it sounds disgusting. No, not sand.
I'm just saying. Because, I did that too to try it.
Bad.
No. What I'm saying is that the RV bathroom, it smells so much worse than any bucket system that I've used. It smells so much worse than our compost pile. And, the smell goes away after a minute or whatever. But it is the most ungodly, horrific aroma.
In the heat, you can imagine.
It's
not pleasant.
so gross. And it's just...
It's really gross.
The emptying of it is really gross. And it's just...
There's no getting around it.
Compost is so much cleaner. A bucket and sawdust or whatever is I can't even quantify it. It is
and you could
so
do it,
much cleaner.
You could also do it 1,000,000 times cleaner than that with the biodegradable bags and stuff. And do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would, seriously. We learned the hard way, and I still use the bathroom here because I don't want to sit in the open air. I'm crazy that way. If we had an actual, private bathroom, I wouldn't have any problem with the bucket system at all.
Why live on 5 acres if you can't just take a dump out in the open? That's the question everybody's asking right now. I'm telling you right now, just on a quality of life level, watching the sun come up while on a 5-gallon bucket.
Nothing quite like it.
There ain't.
With a seltzer.
Well, if you're really drinking at
With
5 o'clock in the
with
morning,
a
you got other
seltzer.
problems. Yeah.
Natty light seltzer.
Yeah. I'm doing cherry lime right now.
And
It's
I'm
delicious.
doing mango and peach. Also delicious. Plus sharks.
Oh, and I have sailboats.
Lame.
All right. we were talking about like they should make like some new wrestler that drinks seltzer and then does the Stone Cold with seltzer. That'd be
Dolph should just do that. Dolph.
Oh, Dolph, dude, that would give Dolph like a whole new career.
I know. He loves his seltzer. That's why we found it in the first place.
Dolph, you got to get on that.
I know.
But anyway,
He's missing out.
Yeah. So
anyway, what else do we have to talk about?
The RV thing is gross. I've been doing a lot of work on my like work life this week. I have a book launch on Monday. I've been doing Amazon ads, like getting those together.
Hi.
Oh, you must be exhausted.
You're exhausted.
With all the
flirtations.
Yeah, we'll say flirtations.
Look at him. He's so cute.
Yeah,
he's not cute at all.
No, and he's licking your face,
I know,
and that's gross.
I'm trying to stop him.
But anyway, yeah. So I've been doing a lot of that stuff. So Monday the book comes out. Actually, the first 2 books come out on Monday.
With new covers.
With new covers.
So he's doing a lot of work on the advertising side of it and all the marketing and stuff in his mind, but I don't know how he's doing it. His mind's boggling. It's pretty bad.
My mind hurts.
Mm-hmm.
There's been many days of learning new programs and learning new stuff like that. And then all day today I've been trying to figure out how to change a rich text file to a CSV on a Mac so I can upload it. And then when I finally figured it out, there was a problem with it. And so I had to like go through and like add things individually out of a spreadsheet. And that about did me in.
I don't know how
today.
he's done it. It's been horrendous. I've done very little this week. I can't think of anything I've done much.
You've been reading a lot, and you've been
read
looking at the
a lot.
Earthbag book.
I've been reading the Earthbag and doing research. I did a ton of laundry the other day, which sucks. It just takes forever. But it's pleasant if it wasn't so hot, which is why we need to do a little laundry room, which is kind of in the shade. I'd be absolutely fine if I was in the shade. It wouldn't be an issue at all. And especially,
well, I think the laundry room is going to be the shade.
That's what I mean.
And then have because the other thing we want to do, we saw it on somebody's channel where you have a bunch of PVC pipes in with the laundry machine. So when
they're attached to the sides of the building that you make, like the little shed or whatever. And
then whenever you're dumping your water out of your washer, you put the hose in one of these different pipes, and that pipe will take the water to some tree. So you're irrigating different, and you can keep alternating it, so you're moving it around to different trees around nearby. So which is awesome. Another thing is we're going to be getting some cottonwoods. We're going to be getting fruit trees and things. Oh, what's the name of that desert gardening YouTube videos? Oh, what was that? I don't know. There's some channel. It's gardening in the desert or something. With someone and someone. We're awful. I'll find it. You keep talking. So anyway, we're gonna start with cottonwood trees for shade. They supposedly grow anywhere from 6 to 12 feet a year. And I know I've asked this question before, but I'm going to ask it again. If anyone knows the name of the miracle tree, I can't remember what it's called. No, we need to look it up. But that's supposed to grow a ridiculous amount every year, too. We want to start doing that and just getting shaded areas around. And then start with the fruit trees and all that other stuff. But I have a bunch of stuff to finish off the compost area, and I was waiting because my daughter was supposed to come up. Shocker. Shocker. You know how kids in high school have stuff to do, like, all the time, even when they say they don't? That's been happening, and it's been making me very angry. Yeah, very much so. But But yeah, so I had all this stuff and I was waiting for her to come because I want her to help out as much as possible. Because I want her to be able to feel like she's a part of this land. And
yeah, I don't want her to just feel like she's just like coming down here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want her to feel like she's actually contributed to making it.
yeah.
Especially her stuff as well, because she wants her own place that she's like learned herself, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
like she's gonna make her own room.
It's
and
off-grid desert farming.
Off-grid desert farming?
Off-grid desert farming, which is, like, I'm sure there's other ones that we need to look into, which I will do some research. But this is like, I think they're in Arizona, aren't they? But
Yeah.
they have this huge area of fruit trees and a garden
That's
area.
the thing that trips me out, or not trips me out, but like worries me. Because I remember G-Bear had some sort of orchard going on. And I think it got destroyed by critters. And when we were watching that new channel, it's not really a new channel, it's a new to us channel. They were talking about their orchard that they were making and the amount of money they were spending on everything.
A lot of it as well was because they're in Arizona and the ground that they're working on was like
Bedrock.
concrete. He said it's like concrete. It's so packed with a ton of clay that it's almost like you can pick the pieces up when they're like break through it with the doze. What do you call it? The
backhoe.
Backhoe. There were huge rocks in there, and there was also the bits that was, you know, the clay was so compact and dry that it was almost like a piece of rock itself. What are you looking at?
There was a car going over by that property over there. I don't like people driving by. Like, what the hell's wrong?
They're like half a mile away. Seriously. Right? But these are like solid, compact pieces of clay.
And they have yellow clay, too.
Yellow clay.
Which is crazy.
We don't have much clay content at all. It's all sand. So I'm guessing that cottonwoods and stuff, if we just dig a biggish hole and put some compost and some topsoil in there of some kind, we should be good. But obviously we'll do more research and stuff. If anybody knows, there's loads of people with trees around the houses around here, so it's obviously possible. But I'm thinking cottonwoods.
Yeah, and like everyone I've talked to says anything can grow here as long as you water it.
Yeah.
Like in the ground we have, like you could plant anything and it will grow.
See, in their video,
that.
no, I do. I just think you have to add stuff to it though.
Yeah.
But with their first video, which I watched when it's one of their first ones, the whole area that they'd chosen as the garden, they had to backhoe the whole area, empty it like a foot down or 2 foot or whatever down, and put topsoil in.
They were doing 4x4x4.
No, but this is for the garden area. That's all topsoil, so they could plant directly into it. But the trees were like 4x4x4, like down, huge big holes, and they had to use the backhoe to dig through the like hard. He said it's like concrete. Ours isn't like that. It's sort of hard packed lower down.
I think if we dug 4 feet down, we might run into that.
Do you think?
I don't know, because I've dug pretty deep. And it's like a lot more clayish, but I haven't got to the point where anything's like.
It's more sandy than anything, though, isn't it? Compared to theirs, it's not it's not like you couldn't get through it. Yeah. You'd have to use a pickaxe.
Yeah.
We'll find out anyway.
My concern is that it freaks me out because seriously, like if we have to spend the amount of money that I've seen other people spend and then have it not work.
We're going to have to invest something.
Me in.
Yeah, I know.
Well, investing's one thing, but like investing to lose.
Yeah, I know.
But
that's why I think we start small.
Yeah.
Like they're starting with a big garden, not big, but like a big area.
Well, they obviously know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, we don't. So we're going to start, and we're doing. He's just having a little. You okay?
Oh my god.
He's fine.
Okay, if he just puked down my back, I was gonna.
He didn't puke. He gets like it's in.
Why doesn't he just cough?
It's inward sneezing. He doesn't know how to do it. Good boy.
He's afraid
Some
to
dogs
sneeze.
do
He's
that.
afraid
Apparently
to cough.
it's a thing with like boxers and short-nosed dogs that they get this weird like it's called inward sneezing or something. It's like instead of it coming out, they're like that. Yeah, that's what you sound like. What was I saying now? Completely lost track now.
What was I saying there,
What
right?
was I saying, right?
No, we don't know anything. So starting small.
We're
Now
also
starting small is okay,
we're
but
starting small, but we're also building like raised beds above the ground. We can try experimenting with just corn or something in the ground mixed in with compost and soil.
as long as there's not a way for the rats to get to it, I'm fine doing that.
Well, these guys as well just had like a fence round. They didn't they weren't like G-Bear with a whole like building that's completely enclosed.
I think one of the biggest problems is that the garden we've been wanting to put together is like, this is enough for us. Whereas the gardens that a lot of people have that are more open, they plant a ton of stuff, assuming that rats and stuff are going to come and eat half their crap.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what is the best way to go.
If we should be going a bit bigger and expecting to lose some.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I'm fine with that as long as we get some. But at the same time,
we haven't got we need a greenhouse of some sort as well. I was also finding that, I can't remember where I was reading that. Can't remember where I was reading it now, but apparently you can bend PVC poles. You get 1/2-inch PVC poles and you put them under black bin bags to warm them up, and then you bend them. And that was a video as well, into like a water trough. And then you can put shade cloth over the top of it, and it's just like a temporary thing. So things can grow up like a hoop over the top of your raised beds.
Oh.
You just bend the PVC and wedge it in either side of the raised bed, and then you can put your shade cloth or wire or whatever you want over there. What are you looking for?
The swatter.
So there's all sorts of things going on in our heads. We're kind of like... Yeah, Shay was meant to come down because it's somebody's birthday this weekend.
Well, on Monday.
Yeah, it's on Monday.
Somebody doesn't know what a weekend is here.
Well, it's my birthday weekend. Strictly is on tonight, so I'm going to be enjoying some seltzers.
That's why you're in such a...
I know, I can't wait. I'm going to be watching Strictly tonight.
Well, but I think we have to tell them what the biggest news was this week.
What?
Something bigger than your birthday.
Doubtful. Okay,
everyone get ready for high fives.
This is going to be a letdown.
Zoe started her period.
Why would you tell people?
Because we were worried.
We were a little concerned. That's more information that people need to know, babe. Yeah, but everything's okay. So I'm feeling pretty crappy, but...
That's why I'm, like, confused, because you were, like... awful this morning, like
I know,
feeling
I
really
felt like
bad.
Absolute crap, and now
and you're like super cheery. I'm like, what?
My ibuprofen's kicked in. My seltzer's kicked in.
2 days of Strictly, some elbow dancing.
So we're making the most of it. I'm also going to be getting on with some crafty stuff because it's been too long, and I'm going to start Inktober on the 1st. So Tuesday I begin drawing every day. I'm
going to try to do that, but I'm also wanting to do the Write-tober thing again. Where I take the Inktober prompts and write a little short story.
Just do a little short for everyone.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do a story with what I draw.
You should do Drawloween, because that one's more Halloween-y stuff. Oh, maybe not, I don't know. Whatever.
What are you trying to, like...
Inktober is basically a thing on Instagram.
Level up my abilities.
Every year, I try Inktober, which is basically you draw something every day in the month of October. Last year, I actually did it. I actually completed it, and I'm not joking.
Did you complete it on the day?
I did one every single day.
I know, but I thought that there was a period where you missed a few days.
No, I didn't. The month before I did.
The year before.
The year before, sorry. This year, I actually did a drawing every single day. And finished on the day. I was so proud of myself. It's ridiculous, but it actually really is good for me because I need motivation to do stuff.
And then I'm doing that too with you.
What I was going to say is there's either a hashtag Inktober if you're on Instagram, and they have like prompts every day which you can use. There's also Mab's Drawloween Club or something.
That's too many letters.
Whatever. That one as well has a different set of prompts. They're all more kind of monstery and things. Different prompts. So I usually go between the two. So if anyone wants to join me, let me know. And we can do some... Because I need the help. But what I'm saying is you could go in between the two different prompts. If you can't, if you're like, oh God, that sounds crap. Because that was my problem when I was doing it. Like sometimes I'd be like, I have no clue. That sounds crap. I don't know where to go. When in effect you could actually just draw anything. It doesn't matter. It's just about drawing every day to try and...
It's going to be a bunch of wieners. Should I do that? Like each prompt with a wiener?
If you want to.
I don't. But, and then in November, we have NaNoWriMo. And I'm going to use NaNoWriMo for some things that I need to get done anyway. And every year I say I'm going to do it, and then every year I start, and then I get mad at NaNoWriMo for telling me what to do, and then I stop doing it. So hopefully...
Stupid NaNoWriMo telling me...
Stupid automated email delivery? Like, screw you! But maybe if you guys are going to want to do NaNoWriMo as well, I'm going to try to do...
Explain what it is. People might
it's
not know.
National Novel Writing Month. So you have 1 month to write a 50,000 word novel. So it ends up being about 1,600 words a day, which isn't hard to do. But
for some people.
Well, yeah, but I mean, when you think about
like
word counts, it's a very okay. So anyway, there's some things going on in October to like prep for NaNoWriMo, because like it's always easier if you have like an outline. You could do all that stuff beforehand, but the actual writing of the novel has to be done in November. So, but in November on the Paperback Junkie YouTube page, I'm going to try to live stream my nano sessions every day.
Awesome, that would be really good.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
It's going to be tricky because we're also going to try to be building stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited. This is actually getting to the point where we're actually going to be building stuff. And I'm scared because there's so many things that could go really badly wrong.
Nothing can go wrong. It's dirt. If we don't like it, we knock it over. And have you made a sandcastle before?
Yeah, I'm awesome at sandcastles.
Have you kicked over a sandcastle before?
Yeah, it's difficult.
Oh my God.
You do know it's not going to be like kicking a sandcastle.
No muscle Mindy.
My brother calls me No Muscle Mindy. How rude.
It's very difficult to kick over a sandcastle. That's a sentence that I don't think anyone has ever said in the history of forever.
Wow.
It is very difficult to kick over a
Harder
sandcastle.
than you think.
Is it? But anyway, so we'll just do it and it'll be fun.
Sand Dorises on the beach.
I was looking through old pictures, and one of the first trips to the beach,
Malibu.
Yeah, you and Shaylee were making like some sort of sandcastle or sand dog or something.
It was a sand Doris. Doris was my old greyhound.
I made a sand.
You made it. This is my life, guys. Me and Shay. She was only like, what, 10?
Yeah.
And we were making like a little dog in the sand with like a little pebble for a nose and all that. And we always, when I was a kid in Scotland, we always used to do that. We used to make little dogs just lying in the sand like that of lost pets.
Why have lost pets?
Like my lost family members.
Oh,
not
I thought you meant like
dogs.
you just went and grabbed flyers off of the liquor store and then like, okay, let's
so
do it.
No.
Found your dog.
Wow. I've lost loved ones. So we used to
know.
make them. We used to do Towser when I was little, because Towser was my beagle when I was a little kid. And we've had loads of dogs, so we always make a sand dog and we leave them on the beach, which is kind of sad and horrible. But it's nice.
Yeah.
And we were doing that, and he did a giant.
And then I'm like next to it posing.
Yeah, he's doing
I'm
it.
all happy.
We'll post a picture and show you.
I don't know. That was a fun day. There was a lot of you having very genuine smiles in pictures.
What do you mean? I'm always smiling.
I know, but sometimes like one of my favorite smiley pictures of you is from that day.
Yeah, I was cracked up because he was walking behind. I was taking a picture, and he's walking behind me. And you know the famous.
Puke on me.
It's not gonna puke. I just got itchies.
Ugh.
It's fine. You okay?
Yeah.
Good boy. You know the famous Bigfoot photo where he's like walking, looking over his shoulder. The one he was doing that behind me. We'll post that one as well, maybe.
Good times.
And he was doing like an elevator where he's walking down in an elevator, doing like weird stuff. Can you not remember it?
Yeah.
It was funny. But anyway.
Escalator. Or stairs.
What did I say?
You
Elevator.
walk down an elevator. And you have to go. And wait. Alright,
so we've gone completely derailed again.
So, anyway, this week on the Waffle Ramble podcast, we talked about movies we've been watching recently.
We were going to talk about other stuff, but we ended up waffling.
Yeah, we were
hence the name, for like an hour and a half.
We were going to talk about childhood memories and things like that, and we ended up talking about the movies we watched.
But we figured we've got plenty of time. We can talk about childhood memories another time.
Still have them, so yeah.
They're still there.
Yeah.
So, if anybody is interested in becoming a Patreon...
Yeah, just go to, I think it's patreon.com/BlackStarHomestead. Any level of support you give, you get the podcast, so...
Who wouldn't want to listen to us waffling even more than we do already, yeah?
Hells yes. So,
We will be adding things to it as well. We want to get, like, some cool stuff.
Oh, and there's also a photo collage, let's say, of the date that I took Zoe to the McDonald's museum.
Kill me now. Seriously. It wasn't a date. We were going to some shitty government building to do something or other. And ended up having the exciting excursion to the McDonald's museum.
And every
at
picture...
9 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, ah.
Every picture of her, she's like...
I couldn't believe it. I was like, is this really happening? I can't even eat here. There's no food there.
Yeah, there's no food there. That was the big thing. But it's the first McDonald's that ever existed. Like, the building it's in.
Which is kind of cool. I like the concept of that. But the reality of it, not so fun. So that's on there. Oh dear.
Good times.
Hell on earth.
Alright.
So, also, what else? We will be hanging out tomorrow?
On Sunday.
Is it Saturday today? Yes.
What day's today?
It's Saturday. We're hanging out tomorrow at 12 p.m.
Yeah, Pacific time, and get ready for the Halloween shindig, which we still don't know what we're doing.
We're not going to know when exactly we're going to do it. If anyone has any suggestions, we'll talk about it tomorrow and see when people think
I think we do it on Halloween. Like, the chance of us getting a trick-or-treater that I won't shoot with a slingshot are, like, slim and none.
We're not going to have... That's not the issue why we're doing it.
Why are we doing it?
Because
what I'm
it's
saying...
Halloween.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone else, it's... For the most part, the majority of people who watch this channel live in different time zones.
Yeah. So it's a bit tricky to work out whether we do it on a weekday... Excuse me. On a weekday when people can hang out with us, or we do it on the weekend when it's more likely you can hang out with us. We don't know. Because we'd like you all to be able to join us. We're going to get dressed up. We're doing costumes. We're going to have games. We're going to talk scary stories. We don't know what we're going to do. But it's going to be F-U-N.
Wow. You put the fun in funeral.
We love Halloween, and we haven't celebrated it for a while, so we really want to join in and share it with you guys as well.
Pin the tail on the Zoe.
Maybe.
Alright. So yeah, Black Star Murder and Black Star Killer come out on Monday. Actually, they're available now, but I'm not, like, doing the launch until Monday. So if you want to read those books. They're on Amazon right now. But, yeah. So anyway, we'll put this up and we will talk to everyone tomorrow.
We will talk, hopefully see you there. And we're going to be doing exciting stuff this week. Please.
Why are you looking at me?
Because we're both like, this week we've gone a little bit mental.
This week there was a lot of stuff we had to do, though. And there was a lot of...
There was a lot of, like, marketing...
Administration.
Crappy stuff.
Yeah.
I felt crap. Haven't done much. And I've got really frustrated with myself. Because I just want to be building stuff. And it's difficult waiting. And visualising how things are going to be. And having to wait to be able to start to do anything. And every time you want to do something, you're like, oh, we need this, 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 this. We don't have it. So... this week, even if we don't, like, start an actual build... No, we're going to start it. Because also, that's the other thing. Shay is going to be coming down. She's out of school. How long for? 2 weeks or 1 week?
I think 2.
2 weeks. So we're going to have an extra person, which is very handy as well. Don't know how helpful she's going to want to be, but she's going to get forced into it.
Yeah.
I don't care if she likes it or not. She's going to have to help.
Yeah.
So that will be good as well. Like, that's going to be like a family build our dream.
Family forcible dream
Forcing,
building.
yeah. Yeah. Child labour. No choice about it. That's what's going to happen.
All right.
Yeah?
So we're on top of it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey. What's the last thing that goes through a fly's mind when it hits a windshield? It's ass.
I was thinking that. There's one right up there.
I know. It's driving me crazy. I don't know where the fly swatter went.
Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Bye!
And until then, till the next video, thank you.